So I just got a news that APC is planning to rerun the presidential election. If this is true, I will advise every well-meaning Nigeria and everybody who wishes Nigeria well to ignore this fact from APC, because it's a death trap and it's a trap that I'm going to explain in this very video. Election petition, APC already planning for rerun, says Labour Party. I tag this as one of the most laughable, very funny, and if I may use idiotic in this case, probably I'm going to use it, because APC coming out to rerun this election, if it is true, hey, that Tinubu now wants to bow to the order, that means it is very, very false. But let me read what Labour Party has to say. The national chairman of the Labour Party, Mr. Julius Abure, on Monday said he got information that the All Progressive Congress was already preparing for a possibly rerun of the 2023 presidential election, urging members of the party to be alert. Okay? He's urging members of the party to be alert. Abure said this during an online meeting held with Nigerian American Coalition for Justice and Democracy, led by Professor Ede Oparoji, the Labour Party diaspora chairman in the United States, in Abuja, reports The Punch. You see, this is very, very funny. Before I continue reading what I'm about to say, is that why this thing is one of the most funniest video or funniest news I've heard so far, is that why is APC rerunning the election, and why should they rerun the election? Number one, if APC is meant to rerun the election, that means Tinubu should not be a partaker of such election. Am I communicating? That means Tinubu should not be a partaker of such election if they are actually planning to rerun the election. Now we have the 460,000 forfeiture, and what the constitution states, if I should bring what the constitution states about disqualification, there's a part I read in the previous video. Now, just like I said in my other video, I read the Nigerian Constitution, the chapter 6, part 1, section 137 of Nigerian disqualification. A person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if A, subject to the provisions of section 28 of the Constitution, he has voluntarily acquired the citizenship of a country other than Nigeria, or, except in such cases as may be prescribed by the National Assembly, he has made a declaration of allegiance to such other country, or he has been elected to such office at any two previous election, or under the law in any part of Nigeria, he is adjured to a lunatic or otherwise declared to be of unsound mind. Now, we have seen this very constitution, and what are we going to make out of this constitution? It's very, very clear. So whatever that APC is coming up with, that they want to rerun an election, is more like a distraction. But let's continue. I'm going to break this thing down to you people so that you understand that this man called Tinubu is very, very manipulative, and he understands Nigerian politics. He understands what Nigeria wants to hear. They understand what Nigeria feels, and they can play out whatever game they intend to play. Now, he explained the ruling party was aware the tide was heavily titled against it in the ongoing legal challenge to the presidential election result as declared by the Independent National Electoral Commission. Acting National Publicity Secretary of the party, Obi'S, in a statement, quoted Abure as calling on the over 10 million members of the party to be on the alert and get ready to further humiliate APC and its government in the polls if their sinister plot fails to materialize. He said, Rumors have it that those in government are already planning for a run, and this is one of the support we will be canvassing from you. We should also be getting prepared, because since all those in government are already preparing for a run, we should not be taken unawares. So we'll be needing your engagement and support in the aspect if per adventure it happens today that the election is nullified, which is not what we are asking for, because we are asking for outright declaration of Peter Obi as the president of Nigeria. So before I continue, let me quickly break it down. You see, the APC have already realized, see, they know that they cannot win. They know they can't win in the courts. They know. We saw the evidences that were brought by the Labour Party. We saw the loads of evidence. We saw the Amazon witness that came and told the world and Nigerians that there were no glitches. So that means it was an administrative switch off. It was somebody from the top that decided to switch off the IREV, the beavers. It was somebody from the top that decided to switch it off. So they plainly know that they can't win. See, they are not even in competition with P2B. They can't. We expected APC and INEC to come to court and bring like at least 5 witnesses that can help to tell us that Bola Ahmed Tinubu won this election. We saw none of them. The one that came now helped us to say, to help us to conclude that the petition that the Labour Party came with to the court about Bola Ahmed Tinubu is true. The senator, the one that claimed that he's a lawyer in the US, that one came and helped us with the case. So APC could not even bring any witness or any tangible evidence. INEC the same. They couldn't bring any witness. They couldn't bring any evidence. I continue. We believe strongly that we won that election, given that the statistics we have, given the result we have. We are not expecting anything less than the declaration of P2B as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But supposing that didn't happen, as the government is believed to be planning for a run, it will not also be out of place for us to be preparing for a run election. Having said this by the side, I must say clearly that we have put all our evidence before the court. We are very hopeful that the tribunal will act in our favor. We are very hopeful that supposing the matter gets to the higher court, the Supreme Court, in this case, it will also act in our favor. We are keeping our hope and confidence alive. Now, let me quickly tell you why rerunning of the election is a complete fraud, charm, and a very, very laughable something. The cases in court has already proven. I know that the judiciary has not released their own statement, but with every evidence that the Labour Party brought to court shows that P2B won the election. So if APC is trying to manipulate the judges to cancel the election, that won't work, because all eyes is on the judiciary. Are you getting my point? If APC is trying to manipulate the judges or the judiciary so that they can act, maybe they won't act in the favor of Labour Party or act in the favor of APC, but they'll just be neutral by asking for a rerun, that won't work. Because every evidence that was in court did not show that there was no winner. Every evidence that was brought in court did not show that there was no winner. It shows that P2B won the election and he must be declared the president of Nigeria. He must. So whatever the court is bringing now is probably a noise making, or whatever APC wants to start up by trying to tell Nigerians are going to be a rerun so that you people will have hope. Normally, Nigeria, once they bring light, you forget your problem. Once they solve one of your problems, you forget that you have been in bondage for years, knowing fully well that this error is because you are tolerating them, and it continues to happen. So whatever be the case, however be the case, this is a point of view where the rerunning of the election is a complete distraction, so nobody should even go into it. And the constitution states that this person is not qualified to be the president, so why are they rerunning the election? If Tinubu is not qualified, then they should checkmate Atiku and P2B and see who won the election, who is the rightful owner of the victory, and they should declare the person the winner. They shouldn't waste our time. They should stop wasting these resources. We have wasted enough resources already, and this won't happen. Thank you for supporting the Future News. I hope this is impactful enough. Thanks. Peace.